Hello everyone, welcome. So the film festival is done for me, and now I'm back into my movie journey, going to the theaters and seeing small films, big films, whatsoever. So I'm starting this with a film that I've been interested to see for a couple weeks now, and this was the last showing. The movie only lasted a week at this theater, and this is the last showing. It was my last opportunity to see this movie. The film is called Heaven Knows What. And when I saw the trailer a few weeks ago, I liked the music that was used, the style, the editing and everything, and it really got me when they flashed, what the critics have said about it. And one of the critics referenced Requiem for a Dream from 2000, and that's one of my favorite drug-infused movie I've ever seen in my life. And in my opinion, the best film I saw in the year 2000. The actual year 2000. So that really got to me. I was like, well, I'm very interested in seeing this now. I like the music, I like the editing, maybe they'll get something special here. It premiered at some festivals, I don't know where. The reviews are really through the roof. So I had a lot of anticipation and excitement to watch this movie. This film revolves around a young woman who also is the person who wrote a book that has inspired this film. And her name is Arielle Holmes. Arielle Holmes, I think that's her name. It's like just maybe her first performance ever. She's kind of infatuated with this other guy who is played by the only actress that I recognize in this film. And his name is Caleb Laundrie Jones from X-Men First Class and many other things that are probably out there. He's definitely a recognizable actor. And they live in New York. They're junkies. They just pretty much live for their next high. Steal stuff. Their relationship is up and down, kind of all over the place. And they have friends, if that's what you want to call them, friends that just help them get high. And they just, it's just low life scumbags, white trash. When I was watching the film, I couldn't help but think of some of my favorite drug-infused, character-driven stories. Drugstore Cowboy, great film. Midnight Cowboy, great film, and Requiem for a Dream. These are all amazing films that tackle this subject in a very interesting and insightful way. And I will admit that there's a lot of interesting camera work in this film. It does feel very indie, like a documentary. The movie also has a vibe of Harmony Korine, who is very hit or miss for me. Sometimes he'll make something very interesting, and a lot of the times he's just unwatchable. So I had that vibe going through it, and thinking about those things, and ultimately coming out of this not really caring about what is being put on screen, not really sympathizing with the characters. I did a little bit at the end with the main actress and what happens to her at the end, somewhat, just a little bit. I just felt kind of sad for her. I felt bad for her. I didn't feel bad for her friends, really, or the guy that she actually liked. They're all just scum of the earth, and it's sad. I know there's someone out there that cares about them, maybe a higher power, and as someone who loves the human race, I want to care about them too. But it's hard, maybe in real life I would want to help somebody like this if they want to get off the drugs or change their life. But, when you're have to invest 90 minutes of your time with them and there's really no reason to care, you almost want them to just whittle away and die. And I know that's horrible to say, but that's just how I felt while watching this film about these characters. And I have a feeling that since this is based on a book, something that she wrote, she wanted to play that character, this is probably something that the actress experienced herself, and maybe this is a way to get it off her chest, to move on with her life. Maybe it's very therapeutic for her, turn this into art, and then she can move on and be a better person. That's my guess, and that's my hope. I think the ultimate thing that after watching this is I'd like to meet the filmmakers and the people that were in front of the camera, the actors, find out who's real and who's not, what was real and what's not, because it almost feels like this is really handled in a realistic way, that it did feel ultimately real, but at the same time, I just didn't care. I was 30 minutes into it, maybe 45. Here and there was some really nice, good camera work, some great music. But overall, I left just wanting it to be over and reminded of I'd rather watch Drugstore Cowboy, Midnight Cowboy, and Requiem for a Dream. If I was going to say anything about this film, like in recommendation, I would say, when it's on Netflix, check it out for its great camera work and acting, but the characters are really unlikable. You don't really care about them. And I would say if you want to see something that's drug-infused, character-driven stories from the past, the movies I mentioned, they're some of the best ever made. And you really care about the characters, so when they're going through these horrible moments, it's very emotional. But I can't say with this film that I felt really any emotion until the very end. So I'm interested in seeing what these filmmakers go from here, but I felt like this movie was a big letdown. And I can't recommend it, though I would give it a slight kind of like. And for that, I'm going to give Heaven Knows What. I'm going to give the film a slight 2.5 stars out of 4.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.